49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, we have spring tournament action and important league games this week. We'll see James Logan take on league rival Newark Memorial. Serra battle St. Ignatius and Berean Christian in the Service Champions Tournament against Foothill.
We have extended coverage of the Livermore Stampede with 6 games including St. Francis and Granada, lacrosse with Bellarmine and Serra, and the story of the dynamic D1 duo from Foothill playing for their mom. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Hello everyone, welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I am Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in the Diablo Foothill League where league play begins this week. 2 teams with impressive preseason records meet for a home-and-home series. This week, Acalanes led by senior Keegan Goddard and his .400 batting average.
Benicia comes into this game at 8-1. The Panthers feature senior Miles Cooper hitting .357 with 12 runs batted in. Opening day in the Diablo Foothill League at Benicia on Tuesday. The Benicia Panthers taking the home field against Acalanes. The Panthers' Dom Loro dealing early. Dom getting one of his 10 strikeouts in the game. 2 on for the Panthers. Bottom 1 is Colton Richardson sends a drive to right center. Scoring is Peyton Rouse. Right behind him is Nash Rubens. And Benicia has a 2-0 lead after 1. A big second inning for the Panthers, first and third for Rouse, and have a day Peyton. The senior sends it to the fence in left center. 1 run is in. Scoring all the way from first is Blake Madison. Rouse ends up at third on the throw. And he was pretty happy about that. This was part of a 4-run second inning. Rubens with a solid single up the middle. Scoring Rouse, Richardson ends up at third. It's 6-0. The Dons trying to come back, but look at the terrific diving catch in left field by Jackson Haberger. But with the bases loaded, the Dons strike in the top of the third. Isaac Copen gets the clutch base hit. Scoring from third is Ando Butner. Right behind him is Keegan Goddard. It's 6-2. Runner at third for Benicia, Carlos Legarspada sends it to right center. David Gonzalez with the catch and a strong throw to the plate, but Jackson Haberger is safe in a cloud of dust. The Panthers build a 6-3 lead. Good defense keeps it that way. Peyton Rouse, a slick fielding shortstop for Benicia. A nice pickup here and a strong throw to Madison at first as Benicia goes to 9-1 on the season with the 6-3 win. A big game for Peyton Rouse.
Tyler Flipson here for a second-place Peninsula Lake Division battle with the Harker Eagles hosting the South San Francisco Warriors. South City's bats get hot early and often. Gabriel Martin lines it to left, sending Vince Bernal home, making it 1-0. Still in the first inning, and here comes Vince's brother Giovanni Bernal, popping it into shallow right, allowing Martin in. It's 2-0. The Eagles respond in the next frame. Shariah Jane bombs us high and deep into left. It looks like it might be gone, but bounces just short before the fence for a stand-up double, knocking Ryan Pham in, making it 2-1. Harker back on defense now, and check this one out from Jane. Pops up like lightning and fires down to second to Vidwa Shakar with the tag. He's out. What a throw from the sophomore. Next frame, and the Warriors proving stout on defense. Here's Giovanni with one of his 11 strikeouts on the day to close out the second. South City bats it going again. Giovanni Bernal doing it all with this drive high and deep into left, knocking Martin in to extend the Warriors' lead 3-1. One Warriors run later in the 5th, and this is when South City roars ahead. Yordanis Medina Pineda grounds it to shallow left with the bases loaded, knocking Giovanni and Emilio Osagura in. It's 6-1. Osagura bombs it to deep center for the triple, sending Vince Bernal in, and that will wrap things up. South San Francisco shows out in dominant fashion, improving to 3-1 in league.
Adrian Soriano here in Livermore for the Livermore Stampede pool play between San Ramon Valley and Casa Grande. SRV looking to get on the board first. Matt Sequeira slices one to right field. That falls in and rolls past everyone for extra bases. Sequeira makes it all the way to third for a stand-up triple, but Casa Grande gets out of the jam as Georgia Moss gets the strikeout. No score after 1. Lila McLeod was great in the circle for San Ramon Valley. Lila getting her only strikeout on the game here. Still no score after 2. Bottom 3 now, and Bree Shapiro lays down the bunt. The ball gets away. Here comes Addie Leos, and Addie is safe at the plate as the Wolves take a 1-0 lead. Then a few moments later, Ava Lyons flies one to center field. That's deep enough to score Mad Sekira, and it's 2-0 San Ramon Valley Wolves. Gia Ryan up to bat next, and Gia hits one off the pitcher. The ball finds the outfield grass as Maddie Neighbor comes in to score. It's 3-0 San Ramon Valley Wolves after 3. Casa Grande breaks through in the 6th as Abby McSweeney crushes one deep to right field. It is way out of here. Abby's first home run of the season, but not enough, as San Ramon Valley wins it 3-1 behind a complete game from Lila McLeod.
WBAL Skyline League action as Burlingame hosts Hillsdale on Wednesday night. Hillsdale building an early lead. Aki Kamudar works in front of the net and bounces one to the back of the net. 4-1 Knights after 1. Miranda Sibley finds Hala Anzari with a great pass, and Anzari fires a rocket in the top left to score. Then Anzari wins the faceoff and takes it the distance as Burlingame cuts the deficit to 2. Panthers tie it and have a chance to take the lead here when Anzari finds Ella Berger, who shoots and scores. 7-6 Burlingame. Final minute of the half. Melody Pulse navigates in front of the net and ties the game at 7 with this goal to send us into half. Here's Daniela Sierra getting in on the action. The junior brings it up and takes the shot to give Hillsdale the lead. Burlingame comes back and takes the 10-9 lead. Then it's Sibley to Anzari again, and Hole gives the Panthers an 11-9 lead to end the third. Hillsdale trails by 1 with 1 minute left in the game. Alexandria Carson to Elise Hannigan. Elise shoots and she scores, and we are headed to a golden goal overtime. Hillsdale with a chance early in OT. Dominique Nivelle to Carson, then Carson finds a cutting Haley Marvias, and Haley scores to end it. What an ending for Hillsdale as the Knights come up clutch to remain undefeated at 5-0 in league play.
Each week, the Rikus Center presents the Gary Rikus Players of the Week Award.
Remember to vote for the Player of the Week on our YouTube membership page. The Players of the Week are featured in a rap performed by our friends at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
49ers Cal High, the Rikus Center, Bennett Roth, D. Labrie, your Gary Rikus Players of the Week. She's a standout freshman, Nori Umeni, swinging smooth as if her bat has got the glory of Clemente. She delivered the clutch hits in high-pressure moments to help Carondelet continue knocking off opponents. 3 for 3 with 2 RBI at the dish against San Ramon Valley. She was smacking every pitch. With runners in scoring position, Nori cashed in the game-winning single in walk-off fashion.
Real talk, they all asking. Diego Rodriguez, men's volleyball, sophomore surgical pre-med. Spike it to the ground till it drowns on the seabed. Christopher Cougars remain undefeated. Santa Teresa, 3-1 victory. ST Saints, 32 killing spree. Diego 6-4, 4 sets. We was watching a whopping outside hitter, top to bottom. March Madness is gone. April the flowers bloom. Playoffs playing, Warriors of the locker room. Baseball diamonds, Cal High, 49ers shining. Players of the week, let's rewind. RDV.
The Harker School brings us the Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Harker Scholar Athlete is Trey Galino from the Los Gatos baseball team. Trey with a great 3.8 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Harker 7th graders recently returned from Greece, where they visited and explored many of the country's ancient historic sites while learning about its rich culture and the process of reconstruction from the past. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. The San Francisco Giants present the Coach of the Week Award every week.
And this week's San Francisco Giants Coach of the Week is Mike Minkle from Los Gatos. The Cardiac Cats keep coming up with thrilling wins, including a 15-inning win last week. Mike Minkle, this week's San Francisco Giants Coach of the Week. Coming up, it's the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game with James Logan taking on Newark Memorial.
And West Catholic League softball with Mitty and St. Ignatius as 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank rolls along.
At U.S. Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones, but we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Co-Browse, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits.
Mind if I just grab the one?
With Co-Browse, we're always there for you on your road to here, because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
I think our air conditioner is broken.
I'll get my tools. Does your family suffer from fixititis syndrome?
Is it working?
Relief is just a call away. Service Champions has been proven to effectively combat the symptoms of fixititis syndrome. Side effects may include delusions of grandeur and a comfortable home. Service Champions is now offering $58 air conditioning tune-ups. Call 800-5CHAMPS.
Man, this is a good-looking shirt.
Come celebrate Brandon Crawford on Saturday, April 26th, as fans receive a Crawford t-shirt, presented by Super Duper Burgers. Giants baseball, nothing like it.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi's Stadium, to the Mission Valley League now, where 4 teams come into this week with 4-0 league records. It's what Danny Root calls a log jam.
Who's Danny Root?
Who's Danny Root? Are you kidding me?
I know who Danny Root is.
He's our number 1 fan.
2 of those teams meeting in a home-and-home series this week. It's James Logan and Newark Memorial in Game 1 of the 2-game set. It's this week's Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, and our Adrian Soriano was there.
Welcome to Newark Memorial High School for a big Mission Valley League matchup between the Newark Memorial Cougars and the James Logan Colts. Both teams feature outstanding pitchers in this game. For Newark Memorial, it's junior Connor Murphy, who's 5-1 on the season with a 1.21 ERA and 47 strikeouts. For the Colts, it's Ben Tower, who's 1-1 on the season with a 2.41 ERA and 17 strikeouts. Who will stay on top of the Mission Valley League? Let's find out in our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. Logan on the board first in the first as Evan Yao smacks it deep to center field for a double. Jordan Medina scores and it's 1-0 James Logan Colts. But Newark Memorial comes right back in the bottom half. Malosi Gautioti hits it to short. The ball finds the outfield grass as Noah Hanohano comes in to score, and the game is tied at 1. Then a few moments later, Connor Murphy helps his own cause with a liner to left field. Andres Romo scores and it's 2-1 Newark Memorial after 1. The Cougars on the board again in the second as Brian Covarrubias executes the safety squeeze to perfection. Logan gets the out at first, but King Lopez comes in to score, and it's 3-1 Newark after 2. Bottom 3 now, and Anthony Medrano hits it high, hits it deep. It's off the fence in center field as Fabian Guzman trots home. 4-1 Newark Memorial. King Lopez adds on as the King flies one to center field. That's deep enough to score Connor Murphy, and it's 5-1 Newark Memorial Cougars after 3. Murphy was great on the mound for Newark. Connor getting one of his 5 strikeouts on the game here. Bottom 4 now, and Newark executes the safety squeeze again. This time it's Fabian Guzman laying it down. Logan gets the out of first, but Andres Romo scores one more time. 6-1 Cougars after 4. Logan would score on a fielder's choice to start the 5th. Then Jordan Medina grounds onto 3rd. The throw to first is off as Abraham Martinez races in to score, and it's 6-3 Newark. But the Cougars get out of it as Anthony Medrano fields the grounder and fires it to Andres Romo at first. Still 6-3 Newark after 5. The Colts continue the comeback trail in the 7th. Ivan Perez shoots it down the third baseline. That's a fair ball as Jordan Medina scores again, and it's 6-4 Newark. Then with the bases loaded, Ricky Scarborough takes ball 4. Lester Miranda touches home plate, and it's 6-5 Newark Memorial. But Andres Romo shuts it down as he induces the pop-up. Malosi Gautioti makes the catch to end it as Newark Memorial holds on to win at 6-5 to stay all alone in first place in the Mission Valley League. Connor Murphy talks about the team chemistry after the game.
It's amazing. Everything on this team, everybody works as a team, everybody plays as a team, get day in and day out. So yeah, we're going to continue to do that throughout the rest of the season.
In Newark with the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports.
The St. Ignatius Wildcats ready to fight as they take on West Catholic League rival Mitty. The Monarchs with the bases loaded, 2 down in the second inning. Olivia Anderson sends it to short. Olivia is really fast. She beats the throw to first, 1-0 Monarchs. On the mound for Mitty is outstanding junior Kylie Mace. Kylie gets the K here in the bottom of the second inning. A big 4th inning for Mitty. Getting it started is the freshman Riley Hicks with a base hit right up the middle. Later in the 4th, 2-on for Gracie Giovacchini, and Gio sends a blast to center field. One bounce over the fence. It's a ground rule double. Peyton Burton and Olivia Anderson score. It's 4-0 after 4. The Monarchs looking for more. Burton on a line drive right on the right field line. It's a double for the sophomore, but she would not score. But Mace was awesome all game long for the Mitty Monarchs, giving up just 2 hits with 8 strikeouts. Here's Cassidy Chu trying to get a rally started late with this base hit to left field for St. Ignatius. But here's the final out as Nala Opulencia makes the play at third as Mitty wins it 4-0 to move to 2-1 in the West Catholic League. A great game on the mound for Kylie Mace.
The California Grizzlies get set to battle Liberty as part of this year's Livermore Stampede. Top one, the Grizzlies take advantage of a wild pitch as Kayla Steele gets a good jump and slides head first. Grizzlies tack on another run to make it 2-0. Liberty cuts the deficit to 1 in the bottom half. The good old sack fly from Bella Rice. Alina Curiel makes the catch. Taylor Jennings scores 2-1 Cal after 1 inning. Cal tacks on 2 runs in the second with Reese Steiner smacking this ball out the right center. Jada Crosby and Mia Donati make it 4-1. But those Lions were roaring in the bottom half. Runner on for Savannah Page, and Savannah cranks this ball out the left. The ground rule double plates Kelsey Skaggs and Jewel Cooper. 4-3 Grizzlies. Next batter, Bel Mercado, crushes this ball out the right, and it's heading to the fence for an RBI double to score Savannah Page. All tied at 4. Then it's Kylie McKinney shooting this ball up the middle for a base hit. Mercado scores, and the Lions have their first lead of the game. The Lions, as a matter of fact, put up a 6 spot in the second inning. Taylor Jennings gets in on the action. Here's a line drive out the right for a knock as McKinney scores. It's 7-4 Lions after 2 innings. And the Lions continue to pour it on. 6 runs in the second, 6 runs in the fourth. 2 of those runs coming from this knock by Mercado as Cooper and Caitlin Macias touch home plate. Liberty roars past California. 13-6 was the final.
Service Champions honors student athletes who do great work around campus.
This week, we spotlight Christian Duarte from the Bellarmine baseball team. Christian is a member of the school's Black Student Union, where he serves as vice president. Christian helps coordinate events for the club like potlucks, cultural events, and so much more. Christian Duarte is this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
D-Line Constructors presents the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week every week. This week's D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week goes to Hunter Fujimoto from Valley Christian, the Stanford commit showing his rifle arm to gun down the runner at second from center field. Hunter Fujimoto with the D-Line Constructors Defensive Play of the Week.
Delta Dental honors entire teams who do great work in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award.
This week we feature the Carondelet girls basketball team. The state champion Cougars are also champions in the classroom with a 3.72 GPA.
Be sure to check us out on social media. You can help our show by following our Instagram page, where we now have well over 38,000 followers.
You can join our YouTube membership page where you get a ton of content, including early highlights, full game videos, and our full episodes of our Cover Cal High podcast. Here's a clip from this week's special podcast coverage of the Livermore Stampede.
I can imagine you're going to be very busy once you get to Fresno and Riverside, but maybe some club flag football thrown in the mix too, maybe?
Hey, why not? Yeah.
Oh, let's go. All right.
Division 1 soon,
Yeah,
so.
squeeze it in. Exactly.
Might make it
You got the
fun.
time.
Coming up, to the Livermore Stampede we go for St. Francis and Granada.
Then Carondelet meets Benicia at the Stampede, but first, here is this week's U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 Softball Poll.
My bad.
Baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag.
From the beginning, Moreau West Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
Moreau West worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, Moreau West works for me.
Moreau West works for me wherever adventure takes us.
Moreau West Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
Diamond Training and Development is the Bay Area's largest training facility. Our expert coaches with decades of experience will help you raise your game to the next level. Diamond Training and Development makes sure you stay safe while you train to keep you in the game. Our state-of-the-art equipment will help make your game better than the rest. For baseball, softball, and personal training, Diamond Training and Development will help you get the game you want. Start getting better today.
Applebee's Pick Six with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
We are the Pioneer Mustang, and you're watching the 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by US Bank.
The Livermore Stampede, the Bay Area's premier softball tournament, being played this week with some of the very best softball teams from all around the Bay Area competing. And we continue our coverage with 2 of the very best teams in the Bay Area. The St. Francis Lancers feature Jamie Oakland, the junior, hitting .684 with 26 hits in 12 games this season.
Yeah, good family pedigree there. Yeah, I think she's good. Granada has Delaney Almua. As we know, her Instagram is Dingers by Delaney. The Auburn commit has 11 hits this season with 7 home runs and 2 doubles. A great matchup at the Stampede on Friday.
Friday night at the Livermore Stampede, Granada taking the field, taking on #1 St. Francis. Top of the second, and Granada's Cameron Brandon strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the third scoreless. Lefty slapper Yaya Sosa dinks the ball down the third baseline, and that will go in the books as a hit. But this game ends up being a pitcher's duel as the Lancers freshman hurler Mercedes Caller gets the K to end the inning, still scoreless after 4. The Lancers get a runner on board in the top of the 5th inning. Gabby Rocha lays down the bunt, and it's a good one. Gabby reaches first. Arca Gunsagar scurries to third on the error to put runners on the corners. First and third, and on the next pitch, the Lancers try to steal second. Umpire calls the trail runner out, but Gunsagar is given the opportunity to score, and that is the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Lancers. Not many hits making it out of the infield except for this gapper from Isabella Sandoval in the top of the 7th. She smoked that ball to left center. But the Lancers do not score. Bottom of the 7th, Granada's Caitlin Sapowski delivers a 2-out base knock to keep Granada in it. The match's dangerous hitter, Delaney Almua, is in the on-deck circle. The Lancers don't want to see her, and they won't. As Caller gets her 7th strikeout of the game to complete the shutout, the Lancers take home the narrow 1-0 win, a 2-hit shutout from Mercedes Caller.
A quick break from the Panthers, and then a quick wave to the cameraman as Benicia battles Carondelet. Top 1 runners in scoring position for Ariana Banks Lockhart, who shoots this ball out the left center to bring home Ava Rojas and Katie Nichols. 2-zip Panthers. Great game for Miley Lopez for Carondelet, going 2 for 2 in the box, which includes this double in the bottom of the first, but the Cougars don't score. Alana Robinson throwing strikes in the circle for Benicia. Well, she can also be a brick wall, snagging this line drive to get out of the second inning. Carondelet showing some great defense here with Kylie Abergina nabbing the runner out at second. Oh, we see you, Kylie. But Benicia would score 4 more runs in the 6th, including this RBI single by Ariel Durr as this drops for a knock as Leilani Andrews scores, and Alana Robinson would do the rest, pitching a complete game shutout, allowing just 3 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts, including this punch out for the senior as Benicia goes on to beat Carondelet 6-0.
Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
It's not often you find teammates who know you better than anyone else, but for Foothill High School's Casey and Sophia Burdick, that's just life as twins. It's a sunny day at the Foothill High School softball field where the Burdick twins are in the midst of their senior season. Casey and Sophia.
We're very, very close. I'm very happy about that. My parents always had us going into all these sports camps when we were younger, and we always had each other. We share a room, like we're literally constantly around each other, go to the gym together, obviously softball with each other. She's my best friend, so it's great.
Casey and Sophia's dad, Jesse, says they are best friends and worst enemies in only the way sisters can be.
Sophia is going to be the person who's going to break the ice a little bit, be a little bit more silly, and kind of get out there and do something. Casey's a little bit more reserved.
Halfway through the season, the two lefty hitters have nearly identical batting averages, separated by just 1 hit. And if that wasn't enough, the Burdicks are also a duo when it comes to sports. Both played high-level volleyball at Foothill this fall, Casey winning the NCS Volleyball Player of the Year award. Dad, Jesse, remembers the moment he and their mom, Erica, found out they were having twins.
The doctor comes in like, okay, we did a bunch of scans, and the babies are okay. And we're just like, oh, like, what? Like, wait, what? It was insane, but, you know, it's awesome to have kind of a built-in best friend growing up.
Jesse and Erica did separate when the girls were young, but not long after, stepmom Katie came into the picture.
She was considered like the bonus mom. Like my mom also thought that too about her. They had a really good relationship, which is really good.
And through it all, the girls remained close with their mom, especially during her courageous battle with leukemia.
She needed a bone marrow transplant. She got one. It was unsuccessful. Once it started to really go downhill, it went kind of fast.
Erica passed away the summer before the girls' freshman year.
I remember like being alone and just like falling apart and kind of like wanting to keep it a secret from my family members because that's just how I wanted to handle things. But I mean, it has its ups and downs, and I've learned that it's like better to talk about emotions with other people. Me and Casey, we had each other. We always could talk to each other about it, and my older sister too. So I think even that brought us a lot closer.
And that bond will never be broken. Even this fall, when Casey heads to the University of Washington and Sophia to San Jose State. Both will play softball, and for the first time ever, they'll be apart.
I don't know what it's going to be like in college. I'm going to call her a bunch, I know that. It's going to be really weird, and you know, she's always been my throwing partner anytime we're on any team together. Like, I've always known in the back of my head that like I have that person in case I need. Without that, it'll be a little bit different for me, like building relationships, but I'm excited.
No matter where the game or life takes them next, and no matter the wins or losses, one thing Casey and Sophia will never lose is each other. So next year, for the very first time in their lives, Casey and Sophia will be on two teams and in two different states. But no matter the distance, their bond as sisters will always keep them close, with the love of their mom, dad, and stepmom driving them to be the best.
Yeah, very good. All right, Moreau West Credit Union brings us the Moreau West Merit Award, an award giving credit to Bay Area teachers.
Here is Zach Gallegos from Santa Clara Baseball talking about his favorite teacher, Daniel Sapinski.
Mr. Scaps, he's always bringing energy to the class, getting everybody hyped up, and he likes to take 10 points off. So.
Diamond Training and Development is an amazing baseball, softball, and training facility in Sunnyvale, led by former professional ball player Adam Shorsher.
That's right. Each week, Diamond Training and Development brings us a diamond in the rough. This is a young athlete who is headed towards great success in their sport. And this week, we recognize Xander Yoakum from the Mountain View baseball team. The freshman hitting his first high school home run last week, and it was a grand slam. Xander Yoakum, he's a good one, and is this week's Diamond Training and Development Diamond in the rough.
Coming up, we go to the Service Champions Tournament with Foothill and Berean Christian.
And great lacrosse action with Bellarmine and Serra. This is 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Applebee's Pick 6 with NFL head coach Dan Campbell.
A pick six is when the defense intercepts the ball and runs it back for a touchdown. And when that happens on Sunday, you get 6 free boneless wings at Applebee's on Monday. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Our mouths are one of the first places a doctor looks during a checkup, and for good reason. It can tell them things about our health, serious things that could keep us from reaching the next milestone. For over 65 years, Delta Dental has offered high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral health care providers in the nation. Delta Dental, putting your health first, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
I know that the model of credit unions is the very best one for human beings, and so how we bring that to life can truly transform people's lives.
Lumen brings to us the capability to be able to serve members in ways that we haven't before. It is really about enhancing that need for that particular individual like we've never been able to do before, and I'm extremely excited about that.
49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by Valley Christian Schools, supporting your quest for excellence. Help us bring positive attention to Bay Area teams every week. Become a 49ers Cal High Sports sponsor. Scan the QR code for details.
The Service Champions Tournament was played this week with some outstanding teams playing at Foothill and Livermore High Schools.
We bring you action from the first round game played at Foothill High between host Foothill and Berean Christian. Our friends at Service Champions sponsoring this tournament is Foothill host Berean Christian. No score runner on for Foothill in the second, but the Eagles go Josh Werner to Nick Coleman to Luke Upshaw. That's a slick double play. Berean strikes first in the third. Damon New gets it going with this shot down the left field line. It's a stand-up double for the senior. 2 on for Max McTighe, who lifts it high and deep to right center up against the wall. New and Coleman score, part of a 3-run third inning for Berean Christian in a 3-0 lead. But Foothill comes right back. Jack Fowler laces a base hit through the right side. Ryan Westcott scores. It's 3-2 after 3. The Falcons take control in the fourth. Fowler rips it through the right side. Scoring is Take Sato Kreis. It's 5-3 Foothill. Then a big fifth inning gets started as Landon Comerford sends a rocket to the wall in right. A leadoff stand-up double for the outstanding senior. 2 on now for Austin Rose, who lines a solid single to right. Comerford scores. Here comes Hudson Flora. It's a 7-3 Falcons lead. So in the fifth, bases loaded for George Schmidt, and George shoots it into right field, scoring are Westcott and Sato Kreis, part of a 6-run sixth inning for Foothill. Here's Comerford with his second at-bat of the inning, and Landon gets a 2-out base hit, scoring Fowler. It's 11-3 Foothill. And the Falcons close it out, a runner on for the Eagles, but a sparkling diving catch in right by Austin Rose. It's a double play as Foothill advances in the Service Champions Tournament with a 12-3 win. 2-hit games for Comerford, Flora, and Westcott.
Bellarmine and Serra facing off in league play Wednesday afternoon, and Serra comes out firing on all cylinders. Finn Kelly-Zuckerman picks up the ground ball, tosses ahead to Will Richardson, then to Andrew Hennigan, and it ends with a Kai Icky goal. A great team effort there to start off the scoring. And the Padres score again a minute later. Hugh Ford passes to Mac Langridge, who skips it in. Mac was fired up about that one of 3 goals for Mac. Phoenix Kelly-Zuckerman with 13 face-off wins, a gem of a pickup there. He goes driving, passes to Justin Hollister, and then to Grayson Seaburin. The freshman puts it away, and the Padres lead it 5-0 after 1. Serra's keeper Cole Leong with a great game in goal, 11 saves for the sophomore. Bellarmine does get its first goal in the second quarter. It goes Joseph Yu to ZJ Stepanoff. The top shelf goal puts the Bells on the board, but Serra scores early and often. Another face-off win for Kelly-Zuckerman, then to Hollister, to Icky, goal number 4 for Kai, and that would lead everyone on the field as Serra cruises to the 13-2 win over Bellarmine. Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek.
We now have our top 10 contenders for the scholarships, with the 10 now submitting essays. The top 5 will then be chosen to split the $10,000 in scholarship money from Lexus of Stevens Creek. Presentation High School San Jose's all-girls high school presents the Female Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Presentation High's Female Scholar Athlete is Sienna Wilson from the Willow Glen softball team. Sienna with a 4.4 GPA and incredibly talented on the field. She will play next year at MIT.
Families choose Presentation High School because they want to give their daughters the all-girls advantage, an environment designed to empower young women to thrive without barriers or distractions. Research shows all-girls schools foster confidence, leadership, and academic excellence. 87% of girls in these settings say their opinions are respected, compared to just 57% in co-ed schools. This supportive atmosphere also encourages students to explore new opportunities, with graduates being 6 times more likely to pursue STEM in college. Discover the all-girls advantage for yourself. Schedule a tour today at presentationhs.org. Coming up, Livermore and Alameda in the Stampede.
And boys volleyball with Irvington and Moreau Catholic. But first, here's this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
Our SLC learning specialists are here to help you develop skills and share tips that make learning with ADHD easier, like finding the right working environment for the task at hand, using a timer to keep your study sessions focused, and breaking down assignments into smaller tasks to make them more manageable. Discover the power of personalized learning support at the Schwab Learning Center.
Back to the Livermore Stampede with the host Cowboys taking on Alameda.
Livermore with a 9-3 record with wins against some of the Bay Area's top teams. The Cowboys taking on a very good Alameda team, the Hornets, with a 7-3 record. The two outstanding squads meeting on Thursday.
Back to the Livermore Stampede now as Alameda takes on Livermore Thursday afternoon. Livermore on the board first is Lane McCoskey. Smashes one to deep center field. That baby is gone. A 2-run blast for the Northwestern commit, and it's 2-0 Cowboys after one. Livermore adds on in the second as Maggie Pike goes the other way for a base hit. Kimber Dow scores and it's 3-0 Cowboys. The Cowboys load the bases later in the inning for Gianna Willies, who takes ball 4. Maggie Pike comes in to score. Livermore gets another on a bases loaded walk to make it 5-0 Cowboys after 2. Meanwhile, Casey Norton was great in the circle for Livermore. Casey getting one of her 6 strikeouts in the game here. Still 5-0 Livermore after 3. Bottom 4 now, and Kerrigan Coates shoots it to right for a base hit. Lane McCoskey and Sophia Traversa both score. Livermore gets another run later in the inning to make it 8-0 Cowboys after 4. Alameda breaks through in the 5th as Miley Gradney hits it to short. The throw to first is off as Maddie Yoon and Sadie Ramirez score, and it's 8-2 Livermore. Mia Wong adds on as she lines one to left for a single. Miley Gradney comes in to score, and it's 8-3 Cowboys. Alameda gets another on a sac fly, but Casey Norton shuts it down with a punch-out to end it as Livermore wins it 8-4. Lane McCoskey with a 2-run blast for the Cowboys.
Moreau Catholic looking to stay undefeated in Mission Valley League play, facing the Irvington Vikings, and the Mariners off to a dominant start. Brian Zhao sets to Brian Basanti on the near side, and that gives Moreau the 9-point lead. Skipping ahead to set point, Lucas Dong passes to Zhao, who sets Brennan Cacao, who puts it away. The Mariners take set 1. Irvington down by 1 in set 2. Neneth Trend receives it just in 2 sets. Advaith Barat, he fires for the point and is stoked about that one. 14-13 Mariners. Cacao to Henry Hathaway to Marcella Molina Aced. Nice back row kill there for the UC Santa Barbara commit. But the Mariners come back to tie it up at 21. Then 2 to Sridhar Kadongal, and the Vikings take the next 4 points to win the set. Tied at a set apiece. 2 sets Logan Mulcock, and Irvington has the early lead in set 3, but Moreau buckles down. Watch this hang time from Ricky Lee. Oh my, that's tough to defend. Skipping ahead in the set where the Mariners have set point, Hathaway sets to Marcella Molina Aced. MMA with the takedown on set point in the 3rd and on match point in the 4th as Moreau Catholic wins this one in 4 sets to go to 10-0 in league. MMA with 22 kills. Venardi Zerata is your faithful injury attorneys, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week we honor Ron Wheat from Benicia High School. Ron coached the baseball team for 22 years, was football coach for 7 years, taught PE and algebra for 25 years, was vice principal for 14 years, more than 40 years overall at Benicia High. For the past 9 years, Ron has done a great job as PA announcer for the Panther baseball team, the pride of Benicia High. Ron Wheat is this week's Venardi Zerata hometown hero.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play each week. This is a play that shows the same type of grit and determination, brought to you by all of the good folks at Albany's Construction.
This week's Dirty Work play goes to Bree Shapiro from San Ramon Valley. Bree with a sliding catch in the outfield in a tight game last week. Bree Shapiro doing the dirty work, just like our good friends at Albany's Construction. Coming up, West Catholic League Baseball with first place St. Ignatius taking on second place Serra.
And we'll meet the baseball team from Santa Clara and see their highlights from the game against Fremont right here on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
Be a part of the biggest season of Earthquake soccer. The league's biggest rivalries. soccer's biggest stars. All on the Bay's biggest stages. Race for impact.
Now you're game day ready.
Prepare your young Giants for the big leagues. Sunday, April 27th is Youth Baseball and Softball Day, where kids receive a Patrick Bailey headband. Giants baseball, nothing like it.
To the West Catholic League, where the St. Ignatius Wildcats were on top of the league standings to start this week.
The Wildcats with a home-and-home series against second-place Serra this week. If you like pitching and defense, you're going to love this one. It's our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
Baseball in the West Catholic League continues to be the top league in the Central Coast section, and we have an exciting matchup for you in Pacifica as St. Ignatius takes on Serra. St. Ignatius enters this week in first place in league play with a 5-1 record. Archer Horn continues to rip the cover off the ball. The Stanford commit has a .500 batting average and leads the team with 16 runs batted in. SI's one league loss came from Serra last Saturday, so the Padres will look for the sweep. Ian Josephson is having a stellar season. The St. Mary's College commit is hitting .489 on the season with 23 knocks. On the very first pitch of the game, Ian Josephson smacks a high fly ball out the deep center. This ball is carrying, and goodbye. A solo shot for the future Gal. 1-0 Serra. Ian is well known for his stellar defense at shortstop, and here he touches second and slings it over the first for the unassisted 6-3 double play. Top second, Padres have runners on the corners, but the Wildcats get out of it. The throw goes to second, and it's going to force a rundown. So Archer Horn checks the runner at third, fires at the Bo Schaefer, and the runner is out. Great heads-up play there by Archer. Richie Calderon had a strong outing, 4 innings, allowing just 2 hits, and here he gets one of his 2 punch-outs to end the third. Still 1-0, and there's a lot of great defensive plays on both sides. Here's Jack Callan making a nice diving catch at second. Serra would look to extend its lead in the 5th. Here's a hard hit ball to short. Archer Horn makes a great stop, throws at the first, and Chase Gordon flashes the leather with this scoop. What a play! Still 1-0. Bottom 7. Here's a shot out the left center, and Tyler Harrison makes a spectacular catch. That's play of the week material. With Calderon tossing 4 innings, Davis Mitten did the rest, going 3 innings to record the save. Serra wins game 2 of this 2-game set. 1-0 was the final.
Executing pitches, you know, I felt all 3 of my pitches, 4 if you count the 2-seam. Just kind of feeling that, like I felt command with all of them, and I just felt good.
I do my best to just try to pound the zone and let my defense work for me, and then I got to give a lot of credit to my defense. They do an amazing job, and it's kind of stuff that we preach at practice.
In Pacifica with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal High Sports.
The Santa Clara baseball team is having a great start to their season, coming into the week with a 7-1 record in league play.
Our Jake Vanderbrook met up with the Bruins at the Rikus Center before their game against Fremont.
And we are here at the Rikus Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the baseball team from Santa Clara High School. Make some noise! How about those Bruins? They are 11-3 overall, 7-1 in league play in the El Camino division. Starting off with Jackson Chow. This guy is a hitting machine. You've generated 22 knocks. How do you establish your confidence whenever you step into the batter's box?
Normally, every single day, I just kind of, I just prepare myself, like every single at bat, prepare myself. I try and make sure that I'm ready to actually, I just see ball, hit ball. That's what I think every single time I get up to the box.
This team knows how to score when it comes to runners in scoring position. And Mr. John Kepner over here leads the team with 29 runs batted in. I mean, yeah, that's you, man. Just talk about, your approach. Whenever you're in that situation, what's the first thing that you're thinking of whenever you're in that situation?
Honestly, I'm seeing where the defense is playing, try to hit it with it or not. Just trying to give myself up to get a run in if I can, go oppo, and get that run and do whatever it takes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And finally, I'm making my way over to Connor Houle. So, Connor, obviously this team is rolling in league play. Like I said, you guys are 7-1 in the El Camino division. What will it take to win a league title for this program?
I think for us, we got to focus on a couple key games. We have some big rivals and big games against Cupertino and Fremont, like the one from a couple weeks ago. And I think really focusing in on those games and, not taking any games lightly, pushing ourselves and making sure we're giving a full team effort every game is really what I think will help us win.
For sure. Gentlemen, thank you so much. And yeah, like Connor said, they have a big game against Fremont. Highlights of that game coming up next on our show. But first, take us out with a break.
Hey, Bruce on 3, 1, 2, 3. Fremont on the road to take on Santa Clara on Thursday afternoon. Come up second, Keyshawn Shaw sends a deep drive to center field, and this one will drop and bounce off the fence. Keyshawn is in at second, and he raises the roof or calls for time, I'm not too sure. Jackson Chow dealing for Santa Clara. Here's a strikeout to end the inning and leave a runner stranded. Charles Conley with a line drive to right field, and this one's fair. Drew Diffenderfer turns on the Jets and slides into home. Conley to second. 1-0 Bruins. Bottom third, runner on for John Kepner. The senior sends a line drive down left field, and it kicks away. Both runners get the wave home and score. Kepner clears the bags, make it 3-0 Santa Clara. Later in the inning, Greg Salgado up with 2 out. Greg finds the gap in right center, and these Bruins can run. Kepner scores, and Salgado slides his way into third. It's 4-0 Bruins. Chow doing his job with a strikeout to start the fourth. Jackson goes 5 with 6 Ks. Bottom half, Kepner singles on a grounder to left field. Chow good on the bases too. He can do it all. He scores, make it 5-0 Santa Clara. Bruins showing off the leather. Andrew Traffis slides to keep it in the infield. Here's the throw to first. He got him. Nice scoop by Diffenderfer. Santa Clara goes off in the bottom of the 6th. Kepner singles to left to bring a run home as the Bruins take this one. 11-1 the final. Chow gets the win, going 5 with 6 strikeouts.
Coming up, Encinal battles Piedmont in tournament play.
But first, here is the U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 Baseball Poll. To Concord now for more tournament baseball. This one has league rivals Encinal and Piedmont playing in this non-league game.
The two teams playing in Concord on Monday.
Off to Concord now as Piedmont takes on Encinal in day 2 of the Concord Classic. Encinal on the board first as Oscar Jones sends a grounder to second. The throw to the plate is off as Anthony Wilson scores. 1-0 Jets. But the Highlanders get out of it as Diego Delvento underhands it to Will Ferreira for 1. Then Will fires it to Jordan Vogt for the 6-4-3 double play. Still 1-0 Encinal after 2. Kyle Cook was brilliant on the mound for Encinal. Kyle getting one of his 5 strikeouts on the game here. Bottom 3 now, and Anthony Wilson flies one to left field. That's deep enough to score Evan Furuichi as the Jets take a 2-0 lead after 3. Jimmy Lagios pitched well in relief for Piedmont. Jimmy gets the backwards K here. Still 2-0 Encinal after 4. Piedmont looking to rally in the 6th, but the Jets go Sean Presley to Eric Proctor to Darren Olson. It's a double play. Still 2-0 Jets after 6. 2 on 2 out in the 7th now, and Kyle Cook gets the strikeout to end it as Encinal wins it 2-0 despite not getting a hit all game long. Kyle Cook with a 3-hit shutout for the Jets.
Back to the Livermore Stampede as Amador Valley takes on College Park. The Falcons have runners in scoring position in the first for Maya Davis, who hits a hard shot to short. This ball makes its way onto the grass. Viviana Mogel and Caitlin Sparks scores 2-0 CP after 1. Amador Valley looks to respond in the second with this shot out the center, but Alexis Weiler makes a wonderful catch to take away a knock. But you gotta check this out. Bases juiced. High fly ball out the left. This ball is carrying, but Abby Hiller robs a grand slam. Oh my goodness, what a catch! Still 2-0 after 2 innings. Bases juiced for the Dons in the 3rd. Here's a shot to second, and it's just out of the reach, so that plays Sarah Camlin, and AV is on the board. But the Falcons score 3 runs in the bottom half. 2 of them coming from this hit by Nina Najafizadeh. Out to right as Davis and Avery Rodriguez touch home plate. 5-1 Falcons. Top 5, one on for McKenna Charbonneau, and she sends a moonshot out the right center, and you can kiss that ball goodbye. It's now 5-3 Falcons. Top 6, runners on for Maya Falcone and the Cornell commit. Lines one out the right center for an RBI single to cut the deficit to 1. Don's looking for more to tie the game. 2 outs, but Vanessa Brunel makes the catch. The game would stop after 90 minutes of play as College Park takes down the defending D1 NorCal champs. 5-4 was the final.
Valley Christian High School is always on a quest for excellence, so Valley Christian helps us honor young athletes who are on their own quest for excellence. Here is Sam Bravo from Christopher High School.
I'm really hoping to play college volleyball in the future, and what I'm doing to pursue it is I'm working hard every day in the gym during practice. I'm working out at home, around everywhere, and I'm just surrounding myself with people that are helping me secure that mostly.
Valley Christian Schools held their 4th annual Desi Demal celebration. The turnout was incredible. Hosted by their South Asian Student Union, the event showcased vibrant performances, the rich flavors of South Asian cuisine, colorful crafts, intricate henna designs, and so much more. It was a night to celebrate culture, community, and creativity. Great job to the students who put the entire evening together. Become a warrior at vcs.net.
DGDG.com brings us the Be Happy Play each week. This is a play in a game that made everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to Haley Mara Bias from Hillsdale. The Knights in overtime break the tie to win the game on this goal by Haley, and they were all very happy about it. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets it next.
But first, here is this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, sponsored by Lumen Digital.
Research scholarships, grants, and financial aid options to help cover education costs. Use personalized dashboards that show progress towards saving goals.
Service by Medallion brings us the play of the week every week. It's a play we thought was the very best from all of the plays this week.
Here it is, the Service by Medallion Play of the Week.
We start off with Santa Clara's Andrew Traffus with a diving stop, then what a throw to first to get the runner out. How about Serra's Tyler Harrison with the circus catch in the outfield? But the play of the week has to go to Amador Valley's Abby Hiller. Somebody called the cops. She just took a home run away. One more time, Abby Hiller. You just won the play of the week. Woo!
That's the play of the week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We will meet the Piedmont Hills baseball stud gaining confidence with his battle with alopecia. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Please join our YouTube memberships to get early access to highlights and our podcast, Covered Cal High.
You will also be able to see full game videos and vote for the players of the week. So click join and make sure to tune in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.